What's going on, guys? It's Steel City Sniper back with another video, and today we got our classic honest review of XDefiant. I like to make a lot of these videos for a lot of new games I play, just to give you guys my honest review of the game. Anyone that's deciding on picking it up or downloading the game, just to get a good taste of what to expect and what the pros and the cons of the game are so far, and just the state of the game. So, jumping straight in, I'm going to touch upon everything at the end of this after the pros and cons, my honest thoughts of the game. But I don't want to miss this list here because I tried recording this already and kind of rushed at the end. So jumping straight in for the pros, number one is the maps. There's 14 maps in this game. All of them look super cool. They all have different pathways you can go. They all flow really nice. And they're all pretty much evenly balanced for both teams. You know, no matter what side you're on, the map flows pretty nice. And I think that in itself is huge, and it's only going to get better with more updates. Number two is the guns. You got 5 ARs in this game starting out, 4 SMGs, 2 snipers, couple LMGs, couple shotguns, couple marksman rifles. They're all really good in their own way. You know, you can jump into a match with an ACR and completely fry a lobby. And you can jump in a lobby with an AK-47 and completely fry a lobby. The same can be said with all the SMGs. They're all good in their own way, and they all have their pros and cons. But at the end of the day, there's not a single bad gun in this game. I've seen so much variety of guns in this game from people that it's such a cool thing to see. There's no like obviously there's going to be meta guns eventually, but it still looks like a lot of guns can compete no matter what. Number three, we got the UI. For XDefiant being a free-to-play game, this UI with how it's set up is a very premium UI. It looks better than a lot of games I've seen before with FPS games. It's super bright, super colorful, everything's clear, and it's just super super easy on the eyes. I absolutely love it, and just even the game's UI of like the menus and stuff, class setups, all that type of stuff is super super clear. Number four is just the game flow. You know, the speed of the game, the way how long the matches last. Like, it's in a perfect spot right now, and you can see in my gameplay in the background, I'm flying around the maps. Like, you can once you get comfortable with your sensitivity, you can really fly around the maps and take advantage of the movement in this game. It's super smooth once you get used to it. But I know a lot of people starting out are going to be it's going to feel weird, and I'll get into that once we get to the con side. And number five, my last pro, is this is a quote unquote AAA first person shooter game, and it's free to play. So just that in itself is huge. I mean, what you're getting in this game, you're going to get the same thing in Call of Duty. Like, you're going to get updates. You got a battle pass with a bunch of rewards, bunch of maps, bunch of guns, different modes. You're getting that full AAA experience of a first person shooter game in this game for free. No money yet whatsoever. Jumping then right into the cons. Right now, the progression to unlock and level up in general is brutally slow. I've used this MP7 a lot, and it's taken a long time to level up. They do have different camos in the game, like gold and bronze and silver, and you have to get the gun to level 100 to get gold. So I think they want the progress to get that to be slow, so people aren't getting every gun gold right away. But getting attachments is painfully slow. So a lot of people's classes right now are very similar and very not there's no diversity when it comes to the classes right now, which I'm curious to see how it's going to affect the game in general. But it's definitely slow right now for unlocking stuff and just leveling up in general. Number two is the character abilities, mainly the ultimates. I think out of all of them, the only good one is the Echelon class with Sam Fisher's night vision goggles and pistol. That thing is super, super good, but all the other factions have pretty crappy ultimate abilities. So I think they could maybe upgrade some of the other ones a little bit make them a little bit better, because right now Echelon's basically the only one that has a good ultimate ability. Number 3 is the controls. Like I said, at first this game's gonna feel kind of rough, kind of sluggish, but once you can find your settings, you're gonna get comfortable with the game and it's gonna start feeling really nice. Um, it's just a lot different than Call of Duty, where your sensitivity and your settings are gonna be drastically different, and you just have to find what works best for you. To be honest, I'm probably gonna do a best settings video eventually, but like I said, what works for me might not work for you. So honestly, I don't know. I might just say find what find what works best for yourself. Um, Number 4 is the lack of modes. As of right now, there's only 5 modes. So, you're gonna get bored of these modes, and it's, you know, there's only five modes, man. That's not a lot. And that gets in my last con, which is just the solo play is not really here. In this video, obviously, I'm playing solo. I play solo a lot, and there's no like free for all or anything like that. So it's all team based stuff, and it's very hard to do when you're playing by yourself. Other than that, those are all my pros and cons. Just briefly here, as we have like final 2 minutes of this video. In general, I'm super excited for XDefiant. I think this game has a lot of potential. We're only in the opening second day of the game in the preseason. So once season 1 gets here and more content's added, obviously we're going to cover it on the channel, but it's just going to add more to the game. We're probably going to get another mode. We're going to get some maps. We're going to get more guns. Like all this stuff's going to be added within the next couple seasons for this game. And that's what gets me excited. It's free to play, obviously, guys. So please just give it a chance. Even if you don't like it, you can delete it. It doesn't cost you anything to play. And if you're just in the market for an FPS game on console, this is easily the number 1 choice. I think they knocked this game out of the park. I know it was delayed, but it was definitely worth waiting for because they did a really good job. The game had some server issues yesterday, but all that was cleared up within like 2 hours. And since then, it's been flawless matches, and the connection's been really, really good. Obviously, the game has no skill-based matchmaking, so that's, I guess, could be added into the pros too. So a lot of my games have been really, really casual, just hopping on, having fun, and yeah, just having a good time with people. But in general, guys, I hope you guys give this game a try. I'm gonna give it, as of right now, probably a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I don't think the cons don't outweigh the pros whatsoever. This game just has so much potential, and with it being free to play, it's really hard to say it's a bad game. So like I said, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Highly recommend it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below on it. I'm just curious if you guys are enjoying it, and if not, let me know what you don't like about it. So other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.